Greek mythology and stories of the Greek, there was a little boy who wanted to fly, and his name was Icarus. So he wanted to fly. And, ever since the beginning of time, people fantasized about flying like the birds, right? Wow. So I wanted to tell the story of the history of flight from way back then up till today. Wow. And so this is a music video, and you're gonna play it for your listeners, right?
Absolutely,
your viewers.
Yeah.
And so this is a bit of a story. It's called the No Sky Too High. And Jack, notice at the end of this, you're going to see Chris Hadfield. Remember who he is?
Oh yeah,
astronaut.
Yep,
Canadian astronaut.
Yep.
So we got him to give us some of his footage from outer space, and he did a little thing at the end of this video. So we got history of space flight way back to the Greeks, all the way up to Chris Hadfield, and everything in between, a lot of things in between. And you're going to see also in this video the heroes I talked about, the families, as well as the people who service aircraft, and the people who actually do all the work, flying them and all that jazz. So, so shall I just say, here it is.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, No Sky Too High.
No Sky Too High. Here it comes. 1 second.
Look to the sky and imagine a time when birds and celestials ruled regions on high, when childlike fascination look to the sky and imagine a time when birds and celestials ruled regions on high, when childlike fascination, unbridled imagination gave mortals the wings to fly. A story of flight tells of joy and lost life, raw grit, innovation, vulnerability, and might. Wooden wings, wax, and feathers seal the flight plan forever, and the RCAF keeps that vision inside, and there's no sky too high, no landmass, no ocean too wide, no forest too far, when we're bound for the stars. There's no sky too high. Stories unfold of families brave and bold, adding force to the Air Force through service at home. All across the nation, there's pride and admiration, 'cause we're at home, we're together and we know comrades stay strong when missions are won. We fight through adversity and operate as one. The pathway to the stars takes heads, guts, and hearts, and the RCAF soars above and beyond, above and beyond. There's no sky too high, no landmass, no ocean too wide, no forest too far, but we're bound for the stars. There's no sky too high. Oh, there's no sky too high, no landmass, no ocean too wide.
Terry Kelly, No Sky Too High. And I'm talking to the man himself. Hey, excellent
Hey,
song.
Jack. Thanks,
Excellent
Jack.
song, man.
And for anybody who wants to get that, it's up on my YouTube channel as well. So it's you can get it up there.
Oh,
So it was so we got to use we got to shoot that right on the wing. Well, some of it was out around Annapolis Valley, but we shot a lot of it some on the base and some off. So it was a lot of fun doing that. You can imagine.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Do you know what my favorite poem of all time during Remembrance Day is? A poem that was cited by John McCrae, Flanders Fields. What a man, I'm telling you.
Well, you know what, Jack?
Yeah.
I have. There's a buddy of mine,
Mhm.
Colonel Dan Hennessy,
Yeah.
Honorary Colonel Dan Hennessy,
Mhm.
who is from Bridgewater,
Uh-huh.
and he's a real, he does a lot, supports veterans and servicemen and women, and he got this piece of a French soldier. I think he's from Nova Scotia.
Okay.
And he just passed away a year or two ago. But Dan has this guy reading Flanders Fields,
Oh.
and he I'll see if I can get that for you, so you can maybe get it featured on one of your things coming up to Remembrance Day. And it's a really touching piece, and there's a little ceremony around it and stuff like that. I'll get it and send it to you.
Yeah,
So
that'll be.
you can decide if you want to use it. Anyway, it's quite. Now that you mentioned Flanders Fields, to see this older soldier, former soldier, read it, and he's it's very touching because of his age, and he's got a bit of a very a French accent that really adds emotion to it. The way he reads is quite moving. Anyway, I'll get it for you. If that's one of your favorite pieces, this is a really good way to enjoy it.
Wow.
To appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely send it. I would very much and greatly appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and if you like, and if you think it's appropriate, you can share it with your viewers and listeners, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, think of how long war was going on, like from 1914 when our first World War started. I mean, and of course they say there was only 3 wars: World War I, II, and III. But the question is, did they really stop? Because we have Afghanistan, a lot of war was happening over there. I mean, and so on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there have always been conflicts around the world.
Oh yeah.
At some level.
Oh yeah.
And even after the Second World War, there was the Korean War, and then there was a bunch of things happening over in the Middle East, in Greece and Turkey, and
wow,
and then different things that peacekeeping events that maybe there were wars going on or civil wars that our peacekeepers went over to try and keep it toned down a bit, and of course the Gulf War, and then so there's
and of course
D-Day,
D-Day, of course, which was that was 1944. That was Second World War. Well, before you and I were ever thought of. I mean, so
for sure.
And so like 1944 was World War II. So actually, it ended the year my father was born, which was 1945. That's when World War II ended. So there you go. So
the Second World War was a pretty serious one.
Oh,
they're all serious, but that had turned out a different way.
Oh,
we might not be sitting right here today, Jack.
No, absolutely. I mean, as I stated, and as these troops, basically fought for the freedom of our country. And if they hadn't have, I don't think our world would be in a safe state as it is now.
Correct. Yep, for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but one 5-star general, I never got to meet him. He wasn't Canadian, but that I respected just by learning about him, was Dwight D. Eisenhower, Ike.
Oh yeah.
Ike Eisenhower. Yeah. Yeah. Which they made several movies on his life as a 5-star general. Very respect. Had to make very, very tough decisions during D-Day.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. There's a lot of history out there.
oh, definitely,
A lot of,
definitely,
lot of, lot,
definitely.
lot of different players.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and it's so great that people get to. I mean, if they don't, they should stop and reflect on all the men and women that went to war to basically make our country what is today.
Yeah. Well, when our